Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the ICAI Classes Foundation English. And today's chapter is going to be on sentence types. Before we get into sentence types, let me give you an introduction of what kind of grammar we need for this Foundation English. Okay, grammar sometimes it is very tricky, but for communication, you just need the context and the content, and grammar will fall in place automatically. And for grammar to be accurate, the best way is to continue talking. By trial and error is the way we learn how to communicate, how to be accurate, how to be fluent with our conversation. And that's very important. We need to understand that if we have a good, content, then our grammar falls in place automatically. Now, let me tell you how that happens. In an operation theater, the doctor never talks. He only stretches his hands. He says like this, and then the nurse knows what to give him. The scalpel, maybe, the scissors, maybe, okay, the bandage, maybe, whatever. In the operation theater, the doctor never talks. How do they communicate? Just by their hand movements and facial movements. Why is it so? Because the context is all set. They all know what they need to do. Suppose the doctor had forgotten his watch. How do you think he'll ask for the watch? Because that's not the usual or the normal thing that happens within the operation theater. He has to say, he has to speak it out. So what is the moral of the story? If we have a context and a good content, grammar will fall in place. If we are not thorough about the content, if we are not clear about what we have to communicate, then grammar also goes faulty. You can try it out by trial and error. You will understand that, right? With that kind of introduction from grammar, why did I give you that kind of introduction? It's just to let you know that you don't have to be scared of the word grammar. You don't have to be doubtful of your own proficiency, whether you're right or wrong kind of thing, whether your tense is right, whether your sentence structure is right, whether your vocabulary is right. You don't have to worry about it if your context is clear. You will be able to speak really, really well. Now, I'm going to introduce you to Noam Chomsky. The spelling is Noam Chomsky. Is Noam Chomsky. He has researched, surveyed, and found out that it's only by trial and error that language learning happens. Those of you who feel, oh my God, I'm not so good at English, you don't have to worry. He says human beings have templates in our brains, just like, we have our hands and ears and eyes, okay, to use. The language that you fill in the template is the language that you speak naturally. Where you don't have to worry about the vocabulary, the grammar, the sentence structure. You don't have to worry about anything. It just happens naturally as your hand takes the food and puts it in the mouth. Nobody gives it instructions, right? Yeah. With that introduction, to let you know that learning a language or using a language is not all that difficult. All it needs is a good ear to listen to best models of language and use it. As and when you get an opportunity, use it without the fear of making mistakes. And you will see that you are able to use the language really, really well. Now, as for your foundation English, the question paper pattern is like this. You have BCR for 40 marks. The business correspondence paper is clubbed with the law paper. The law paper is for 60. BCR is for 40. In the 40 mark, you have 5 marks questions, 5-mark questions, which makes it 25 marks. The rest 15 marks, you have 3 or 4 for vocabulary, 5 marks for communication, the short answer questions, and another 6 or 7 marks for grammar. What is the grammar that you will be tested in your foundation English? Is simple complex compound, the types of sentences, active passive, and reported speech. It is these that you will be tested with. Simple complex compound, you will be asked to identify, not change. You will be asked to say whether they are simple, complex, or simple complex, or complex compound, whatever. Active passive, you all know, you've been doing this right from your school time. I think it starts as early as 3rd standard. It goes on till the 12th standard. Same way with reported speech also. Now, what I'm going to do is, you just have these 3 that will be tested. There are other grammatical topics within this chapter that will let you know to understand the usage of the language itself, usage of sentences. For example, main clause, a dependent clause, a phrase and a clause, kind of things. Those are not tested, but you will have to know so that you are able to understand how to change. Okay, so with this introduction, I'm going to talk about sentence types. Let me repeat that you will be tested only with simple complex compound, reported speech, and active and passive voice. So today I will deal with simple and compound because they are quite easy. And with one go, you will understand what it is. But complex, I will take up tomorrow. Because if I'm going to confuse you with all the 3, then it might be difficult for you to mark them really well. Same way, another day we'll have active and passive, and another day we will have reported speech. Now let me go on to sharing my PPT. Just give me a second and I will be there. Just a minute. Yeah, here we are. This is chapter 2. Sentence types. Let me put on the slideshow so that it's easy for you. Yeah, here it goes. Yeah, here we are, chapter 2, sentence types. Okay, an overview of this session today. The purpose of this chapter, which is what I've already said, a variety of sentences to read, understand, and use, distinguish between sentences, identify sentences based on their functions, differentiate between active and passive. I have a few ground rules before we launch. Okay, if you have any doubts, please ask me questions based on the chapter and the particular topic we are in. Don't jump chapters or don't jump topics. That's number 1. Number 2, if you have any doubts, post them in the chat box, in the question box. But in case I miss them, you repost so that I look at it. So Sonalika asked me if she can score out of this question, this subject. Yes, you can get 40 on 40. Okay. Yeah, and let me also tell you, the power, those of you who are comfortable only with Hindi, please look at the slides I'm showing and try to understand. If you don't my English will be very, very easy for you to understand, is a promise I make. In case if you find it still difficult, then read the slides and see that you understand, because I don't know Hindi. Okay. Now, writing with black pen, blue pen, all that is, unnecessary. Okay. Now, and you should also understand that English paper, you don't have a Hindi or a Tamil version for it, right? Okay. Okay. Now, let me move on to the next slide. Phrase, clause, and sentence. Sentences are of 3. No. In English, the the structure of sentences are like phrase, clause, and sentence. A phrase is not a sentence. It is only a group of words. A clause is a group of words which makes complete sense. A phrase is a group of words which is not complete by itself unless it has a main clause that gives a complete meaning. Okay. Only if the sentence gives you a complete meaning is it a main clause. Let's see examples so that you understand better. A sentence is something that starts with a capital and ends with a full stop. It has a verb, it has a subject and a predicate. That's a sentence. They create meaning in a language. Phrase is a group of words that makes sense, but not complete sense. It cannot stand alone, but can be used as a part of a sentence. It cannot stand alone. For example, if I'm going to say simply at 5, it does not give you complete meaning. It just says at 5. Okay. In the morning. So these are phrases. Clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a predicate. That's called a clause. Now, what's a subject and a predicate? A subject is usually the noun about which the sentence speaks. A clause can make complete sense with a subject and a predicate and can be part of a sentence too. A clause can be a part of a sentence. It is independent. It can be a sentence by itself, and it can be part of a sentence because a sentence can have several main clauses. Okay. I mean, my talking may not give you the full complete meaning, but you look at the slides, read the slides, and listen carefully, then probably you will understand. These are just introductions to help you understand what a phrase, clause, and sentence is. And this is very important for you to identify whether it's a simple sentence, a complex sentence, or a compound sentence. Now, what is important? Why are these important? They are important because when you write in your CA, when you read your CA materials, you will know that there are a variety of sentences to convey specific meanings. It may be simple, it may be complex, it may be compound. So for you to understand the types of sentences, for you to understand how to write and use a variety of sentences for specific purposes, you need to know what these are. Okay? Now, what are clauses? There are two types of clauses. One is the main one, another one is the independent one. Main one and the subordinate one. The main clause or the independent clause, which has a subject and a predicate and can stand by itself as a complete sentence, and the subordinate clause, which can add only meaning and not stand by itself. When I say he has a chain of gold, it's a complete sentence and that's a main clause. Baswati, let me tell you that it's very important to listen to the chapter that's happening instead of asking me questions away from the chapter, which I don't know. How do I fix dates? That's not my job. Okay, so don't ask me such questions. Waste your time and my time too. Now, there are two types of clauses, the main and the subordinate. The main clause is a sentence by itself. Subordinate clause is like a phrase which does not give you complete meaning. Okay, it's as simple as that. Why do you need to know that? You need to know that to identify simple, complex, compound sentences. You also need to know this so that you write and read well. Okay. Look at this, the independent clause and the dependent clause. The dependent is also subordinate clause. Now, let me caution you that you will not be tested in the definitions. This is given to you only for you to understand what we are going to do in the sentence types chapter. Okay? So you don't have to worry about, oh my God, what do I do if I have to write definitions? No. What is this little bigger digit, Manjunath? I don't understand. You mean the slides? Slides are quite big. Yeah, I think this is a maximum. Okay. This PPT is available. I say, no, I don't think so. A definition, a subject, and a predicate with a verb or a verb phrase. Examples. You help is, you have a subject and a verb, therefore it's a sentence. You help me. So it has a subject, predicate, and an object, the direct object. Help, it just has, not so clear. From my side, it's clear. Maybe from the relay, it's not so, or maybe your bandwidth, you have to check that. Size of P, I think this is the maximum I can do. Yeah, this is the maximum. Okay, now let's look at the dependent clauses. Contains us with a subordinating conjunction. For example, until you reach the highway. Don't worry about these technical terms. Subordinating conjunction, you know, the direct object, indirect object, or the complement. Don't worry about such technical terms. All that you need to understand is you must know what a phrase is. You also must know what a clause is. And you should also understand that a sentence, a long sentence. Yeah, the slide is very maximum. I know it. But what are you saying? Adjust the PPT. Saurabh, are you getting me? What have you asked me? Saurabh. Okay, I've checked the question box. Saurabh, I don't have. What is predicate? The noun is the subject. The rest of the sentence is predicate. It's as simple as that. The first word, the noun, along with the article, if it has an article, that's a subject. The rest of the sentence is predicate. Is that okay, Navya? Okay, now let me go on to this. Independent clauses are fundamentally sentences. They have a main verb and a subject. Now, I'm going to give you time, 5 minutes. Frame 5 similar sentences. Heading is not visible. You have independent clause and dependent clause. That's a heading here. What are you saying? Heading is not visible, Liza. Not a clear PPT. From my side, the PPT that I'm showing is very clear. If it is not clear for you, it simply means your bandwidth is not okay. Now, write 5 sentences with a subject and a predicate. Very quickly. Yeah, I will speak a little slow. Rohan, yes, I'll do that. I'm giving you 5 minutes time to write 5 sentences which has a subject and a predicate. Now look at the examples I've shown you. You help me, peacocks dance, rabbits run, the man fell into the pond. Read out the heading. Writing shown in the PPT is not clear. I don't know. For me, it's clear. Now is that clear because it's not maximum? Now is it clear? Rita gave, yeah, super. Sakshi, yes, I like it. Yes, post sentences where you have a subject and a predicate. Quick, I'm waiting for you. And I said I'm giving you 5 minutes. This is just to warm you up, to prepare you so that you understand sentences. Quick. Yeah, now it's clear. Very good. Okay. Maybe I had optimized it so that it gets blurred, but now I've changed that. Okay, now you have 2 more minutes. Yes. Done. I like this. I like horror films. Yes. Teacher teaches. Yes. Hadia. I exercise daily. Ishan. Yeah. Sakshi has beautiful dress. Yes. You come in. Okay. Yeah, very good. Bhumika, Vishnu, Kushi, Vaishnavi, Avinash, Liza. Quick, you have a minute more. Hey, Sakshi, I have to woke up at 5. No, wake up at 5. Predicate is the rest of the sentence, Subhashri. The sun shines. The sun is the subject, shines is the predicate. The sun shines brightly. The sun is a subject, shines brightly is a predicate. So the noun with the article is subject. The rest of the sentence, however long, it is predicate. Yeah, Navya, Diksha, Nidhi, Vaishnavi, Sona, Aditi, Zeba. I give you a pencil. Divya, oh, thank you, Divya. Devesh, Lakshita, Rohan, Bhargavi, Siddhartha, Gunjan, Liza, Arshdeep, Divya Kumari, Isha. You are teaching well. You must have a verb. Okay? Yeah. Shajapreet, Srinidhi, Kriti. Meera dances. Sakshi, Stuti, Chakala, Nittal, Liza, Bhargavi, Zeba, Tejashri, Siddhartha, Bhumika, Suvashri, Swat. Okay, time is up. Okay, now let me move on. Now look at this. Identify whether it's a phrase or a class. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I'm going to give you 5 minutes because you're only going to identify. Okay? Say whether it's a phrase or a class. Say 1, phrase, 2, class, like that. And post it together. Don't post one by one because it's difficult for me to identify who has said what. Okay? So now what will you do? Read this slide and identify the phrase and the class. Post them all together as one answer so that it's easy for me. Gunjan, it's Bhaskar has done his work. Now, this is what you will do. Identify whether it's a phrase or a clause. Quick. And I will give you 5 minutes. Now the time is 24. Come on fast. And then I'll give you the answers. Post it all together. One phrase, 2, 3, 4, together as one chat so that it's easy for you and for me. I'm giving you 5 minutes, so take time to post it. Yeah, Diksha is the first one. Quick. I'll give you the answers after 5, after I see everybody's. And I want all of you to be active in the chat box because that's the only way we interact. Quick. Come on, fast, fast. Yeah. Super. I see so many responses. Very good. I'm very happy because in an online class, it's only your chat that lets me know that you're on the same page and that you understand what I'm saying. So I want all of you to respond in the chat. Quick. Yeah. Yeah, I have 2 more minutes and then I'll give you the answers. You'll know it. You still didn't understand, Nital. It's so easy. A phrase is an incomplete sentence. It will not give you complete meaning because it does not have a subject. It does not have a verb. Therefore, it doesn't give any complete meaning. Whereas a clause is something that has a subject and has the main verb, and therefore it will give you complete meaning. That's the only difference. Yeah, I know, Vaishnavi. I'm reading them. Yeah, no, you can't have 2 or more subjects. It will only be one subject. However long and winding is, it will have to revolve around that subject. You won't have 2 subjects. Yeah. Okay, time is up now. Let me give you the answers. We would reduce cost. That's a clause. Why? We is a subject. The rest of the sentence is a predicate. So you have a main verb there. The entire district was destroyed. The entire district subject was destroyed was predicate. Was is the verb. Peacock's dance is a complete sentence. That's a clause. After the storm is incomplete. Therefore, it's a phrase. Nobody can solve the problem is a clause because it has a subject and it also has a verb. Tom painted. Tom is subject, painted is verb. In the theater is incomplete, therefore it's a phrase. He has a silver tongue. That is a sentence. The main clause. Ram lives in Chennai. That's the main clause. A yellow dress is incomplete because it does not give you full information. That's a phrase. Now let me move on. Look at this main clause. There can be 2 main clauses in a sentence. Okay. It need not be only a clause and a phrase. It can be 2 clauses. Now, I went to see the doctor because I was feeling unwell. Okay. I ran to the finishing line as fast as I could. Here is the boy who won the first prize. You see, these are joined with who or but or because or for or where or that. 2 independent clauses, 2 sentences that are joined together. So it has 2 main clauses. Okay, now, I first met her in Paris where I lived as a small child. Can you make, so this has 2 main clauses, joined by where? I first met her in Paris. I lived as a small child is joined by where? Now what you will do is write 3 similar sentences, quick. Write 3 similar sentences. Tom painted is a clause because it's complete. It has a subject, Tom, and it has a main verb, painted. That's a clause. That's a main sentence. Okay, now write 3 similar sentences like this using where so that you understand how sentences are made. Quick, and I'm giving you 3 minutes for 3 sentences. Where are you going? Arshdeep, what is it you want to say? I'm telling you, I want a similar sentence. It has to be the same way. I first met her in Paris, where I lived as a small child. Write a similar sentence with two main clauses. Quick. Yeah, super. Smriti, he is from the same school where I've completed my inter. Very good. Hadiya, I ran quickly as I was getting late for the class. Very good. I first met you in the ICAI class where I wanted you to join. I am a player because I play fast. Okay. That's for Divya Kumari. I first met you in the ICAI class. Okay. Is not a similar sentence. Quick. Yeah, I know that girl from childhood. I know, okay, I first met her in Paris, is main clause. Yes. We ate food that we do not eat regularly. Okay. Yeah, super. So many of you have responded. That's a real good thing. Okay, now let me move on. So this is just to warm you up, prepare your mind to understand how sentences work. Okay. So you have main clause, subordinate clause, and a subordinate clause. You have one main clause and two subordinate clauses. Now let's look at this. He came home when he was told that his son was sick. Okay, two subordinate clauses. Can you write three sentences like this? He came home when he was told that his son was sick. Quick, I'm giving you 3 minutes. Yeah. So, the more the number of sentences you think and write, the better you will be able to understand whatever we are going to do. Okay? Yeah, now time is up. Let me move on. Now look at this. Isabella is working tonight. Basic parts of a sentence: subject, predicate, direct object, indirect object, complements. So subject is the person or thing about which something is said. The whole sentence revolves around the subject. Predicate is the part of the sentence that tells us something about the subject. Okay. Now I'm not going to uh, do this again and again, because this is just introduction for you to sentences. Isabella is working tonight. Now, can you draw a diagram like this and also fit in your sentence? I just want a subject, a verb, and a direct object. And this is how you will diagram it. Quick. No, I don't want the when and the because, and just write a plain, simple sentence like this. And I'll give you 1 minute time. Just write a plain sentence like this. I will be late tonight. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one, Chaitanya. Quick. Yeah. He is working at the office. Very good. Sheila is working in Bangalore. Yes. Ram is playing football. Good. Yeah. Andrew is going for a movie today. Yes. She is a dashing girl. Yeah. Very good. So that's just one sentence to let you understand. Okay. Class started at 2 p.m. Yeah. Isabella is going to Pune. Okay. Now look at this. She left him a note. So she is a subject, left is the main verb, him is a direct object, a note is an indirect object. So sentences with a direct object and an indirect object. Now I'm going to give you 1 minute time to write a sentence like this. She left him a note. Write a similar sentence. Quick. Where I should have the subject, then I must have a verb, then I must have a direct object and an indirect object. She is going in park. She is going to the park. Yeah, Sunaina is attending seminar today. Yes. Aryan is cooking food. Yes, very good. Shruti is studying geography. Vivek plays in the cricket stadium. Yeah. Quick. I left the class with my friend. Okay. Now let's move on. The object complement. The club elected Liza president. We consider this person honest. You are fully correct. We consider CA students very intelligent. Okay, complement. Write a similar sentence with a complement, a subject, a predicate, and a complement with an object. We consider this person honest. Write a similar sentence. Raju is a clever boy. She writes a letter to her father. But that's not compliment, right? Where you appreciate. She attending a meeting. Rohit has left note for Ron. Hey, Devesh, there is no sentence there. Change that. She is a wise child. Okay, that's a good one. I am finding it very easy. Our team plays football well. Yeah, Ram is a very honest person. Yes. I think she is a good anchor. Yeah. They think he's a studious boy. Very good. So this is to prepare your mind to correct sentences. Okay, now let's move on. Now, write sentences for each of these types of sentences. So there are 4 types of sentences. Now let me repeat. You will not be tested in these 4 types of sentences. What are the types of sentences? Declarative, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory. And I have put the signs on the side so that you know what these mean. Declarative is a simple sentence with a full mark. Imperative is also a simple sentence with a full mark, but it is a command sentence. Interrogative is a question mark, question sentence. Exclamatory is something that surprises you. That's an exclamatory sentence. Yeah. Okay. Now write one sentence for each of these types. For example, I have said it's raining. Simple sentence. Please listen. That's imperative. Wow, it's beautiful. That's exclamatory. What's your name? That's a question sentence. Now you write 4 sentences, 4 different types of sentences. Quick. And I will give you 4 minutes time. Yeah, what a beautiful flower. She is playing football. Where are you going? Yes. Quick. I want to see all of you posting. 4 minutes, I said. Quick. Quick. Yes, Diksha. Yeah, Sharab Sahaj Preet. Yeah. Hooray, I won the prize. Okay. Yeah, quick. I have 2 more minutes. Yeah, it's stunning. Please listen to me. Interrogative, Chaitanya. You've written integrative. Yeah. Yes, super. Very good. I know from this kind of attitude, all of you will be scoring 40 on 40. There's no doubt about it. Okay, so now let's move on. It's time. No, I have a minute more. So let me wait. Yeah, super. Yeah, Yashvi, I have seen your sentences. Don't worry. You don't have to post it again and again and again. I sometimes read only the answers. Sometimes I read the names. So don't. Imperative is a command sentence. There's nothing to explain about it. Do this work. Post in the chat box. Finish your homework. That's imperative. Command sentence. Yeah, get lost. Yeah, time is up. We move on. So now we come to the most important part of sentence types. Until now, it's been introduction. Okay. From now, yes, Divya, if there is a mistake, I call out the mistake. Okay. I have seen everybody's sentences, so don't worry. Just that if I keep calling all your names again and again after every task, then in 2 hours, I will be doing only 1/4 of whatever is allotted. So don't worry about it. Whenever there's a mistake, I call out because you need to know. And correcting is a way to help you understand what's wrong. Now look at this. Simple consists only of one subject and one predicate. It has just one main verb. In other words, it has a single main clause. So for example, I walk is a simple sentence. How are you feeling? Ankit, how is your feeling? No, how are you feeling? Okay. Sham ran after his brother. In great anger, the man shouted and yelled at his lazy son. So these are examples of simple sentences. Now look at compound sentence. Listen very carefully because I see everybody's sentence because I have another device by me so that I keep looking at your questions and your sentences as you write them, as you post them. So I'm seeing everybody's sentence. You have to understand that I cannot keep calling all your names repeatedly. Then half the time will go for that. Okay. Now, compound sentences. A compound sentence is composed of two or more main or independent clauses. To put it in very, very simple terms, two simple sentences joined with a conjunction. That is a compound sentence. Now look at this. And, because, so, as, these are compound. Let's move on. Now look at these conjunctions. Independent clause, and joined with these conjunctions. And, but, or, for, nor, yet, so. Okay. Okay, now look at this. I don't know if you will be saying that this is not very clear. Let me know. You have to identify which is a simple sentence and which is a compound sentence. You also let me know whether I can put it on slideshow so that it will be visible for you. Yeah, you have to identify whether it's a simple or a compound one. Quick. And I will give you, there are 12 sentences. I will give you 6 minutes. It's not clear. This is the way I've been using it. Now, Vishnu Varadhan, is it clear now? Hey, some of you say Zoom, some say no. Now, what should I do? Or I will read the sentence for you and you will post whether it's a simple or a compound. Simple or compound. We have not yet done complex. We will not do complex today. Okay. There is a pond. What type of sentence is that? Quick. It's not clear. So listen to me. I'm going to read it out and you will say whether it's simple or compound. Okay. There is a pond. Quickly post your answers. I'll read the sentence and you will post the answer. I'll read sentence after sentence. Yeah, simple. Don't, Priyanka, how many times should I say? Don't worry if it's not visible. Probably because I've cut, copied and pasted, it's not visible. Okay. Had I typed it out, it will be visible. I'll try doing it for tomorrow. Okay. Now, yeah, first one is a simple sentence. You know it for sure. Yes. Then the pond is near our house. What's that? This is the second sentence. The pond is near our house. Why should you put exclamation mark or after the word showing exclamation mark, Aditi, is used at the end of the sentence. The pond is near our house. Quick. Yeah, the pond is near our house is a simple sentence. Then, Charlie likes to catch frogs and I like to fish. Yeah, that's a compound sentence. Yes, super. Then today Charlie caught a green frog. Today Charlie caught a green frog. quick, 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 quick. Yeah. Yes, that's a simple one. Okay. Now that I see that you're able to do it well, I'll let me move on. Now look at this. Okay, complex sheets we are not going to do today. We will do it tomorrow. Okay. Now here is simple and complex. Okay, that's it for simple and compound. Tomorrow we will do complex. Okay. Now, I'm going to do active and passive today, and complex we'll do tomorrow so that so that it's not heavy on you and you don't have to worry that, oh my God, this is too confusing. Simple and compound, I'm sure you are clear. Simple sentence is a sentence which has a subject and a predicate, which has the main verb in it. A compound sentence is a sentence which has two complete sentences, and that's a compound. Can a simple sentence have more than one subject? Subject can only be one. You can't have more than one subject. Now, very quickly, I will wait for say 2 minutes. Very quickly, you will post whether simple and compound are clear for you. Quick. I will wait for you. I just want to know if you understood. You want a 5 minute break? Okay. Now the time is 2:53. 5 minutes break. Meanwhile, you all can also post in the chat box whether it's been clear for you, because the next will be active and passive. Quick. So you can post and also have a break for 5 minutes. Yeah. I don't have to switch off anything, right? Yeah. I'm going to be here. I'm not going to move. Because I will be doing chapters that are there in the study material. Now you want to bring in modals, auxiliaries, transitors, that might deviate from whatever I have to do. So those are basics. But anyway, let me tell you, modals are can, shall, will, can, could, shall, should, will, would. Those are called modals. They are also called helping verbs. They are not main verbs. They can never be main verbs. Okay. Now somebody has asked me about a compound sentence, not just one, there are two or three. Compound sentence is a sentence which have two main sentences and that's joined by a conjunction. That's a compound sentence. Two main sentences. Sita ran fast. She fell down. Sita ran fast and she fell down. How would you identify a compound sentence? You will be able to identify a compound sentence if you read the sentence and see whether you can have two main sentences which is joined by a conjunction. Okay. What are conjunctions? And, yet, because, so, as. These are conjunctions. Okay. Now, let's move on to active and passive now. Active and passive is just easy. What you need to change is only the tense. And you must see that you have a by for the passive sentence. By is by. What does it mean? In an active sentence, the doer is important. In a passive sentence, what happened is important. The doer is not important. Okay. Now let's look at, let me share the screen. I have inbuilt exercises so that you're able to understand thoroughly well what they are. Okay, here we go. Active and passive. Active voice. Why active voice? That's for clarity, conciseness. Okay. Effective communication. Okay, something that helps you to communicate effectively. That's active voice. Rules for changing active to passive. Now, even before we begin, let me tell you, don't confuse yourself with active, passive and reported speech. Active, passive, the rules are very simple. Reported speech, it's a bit more advanced and a little more complex. There are plenty of things that you need to take care and understand before you do it. Now, we are not going to talk about reported speech. Now, we are going to do active and passive voice. This is very simple. Active and passive voice, what the subject does is active. The focus is on the action. That's passive. Ram killed Ravan. Ravan was killed by Ram. This by Ram is important. If the subject is not mentioned, you don't have to say the by. Only if the subject is mentioned, you say the subject. Otherwise, it's not necessary. So, Ram killed Ram. What is important here is, when you change the sentence from the doer to the other one, this killed will become was killed. The tense is very important. You must never change the tense. It has to be in the same sentence. Now, there is an easy way to identify after you've written the answer to see whether your sentence is right or wrong. Okay? It's like 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. You must be able to check it like that. So, Ram killed Ravan. Okay? Ravan was killed by Ram. Suppose I didn't give you this. I just give you Ravan was killed by Ram. You change it to Ram killed Ravan. Then your sentence is right if you get the question sentence. If you don't get the question sentence the same way as in the question, then your sentence is wrong. That is very simple. Okay, now look at this. Passive voice. Passive voice, you have more words. It can be vague. It will not be clear because it will have a long winding sentence. Then it can lead to a tangle of prepositional phrases. You'll have a lot of phrases. Newspapers carry passive news for reporting. If you look at newspapers, you will know that they carry passive news. Language used for recipes, that's in the active. Language used for instructions is also in the active. Now let's look at newspaper headlines. The action is more important. Who did it is not so important. War on America. Okay. Berlin Wall tumbles. King Elvis dead. Okay. Now, look at these samples and recipe sentences. After entering the title of the recipe and a short description, add the ingredients. Okay. Then go to tabs. Then modify columns. Then choose your own background. Go to background. Add a border. Print on regular paper. Cut out the recipe card. So it's all inactive because it just says what you must do. Now, language for instructions. Look at these. Checklist for writing instructions. Use short sentences and short paragraphs. Arrange your points in a logical order. Make your statement specific. Use the imperative mode. You know what's the imperative mode? The order sentences. Put the most important item in each sentence at the beginning. Say one thing in each sentence. So don't say everything in one sentence. Choose your words carefully, avoiding jargon and technical terms if you can. Give an example or an analogy, that is comparison. If you think a statement may puzzle a reader, check your completed draft for logic or presentation. Don't omit steps or take shortcuts. These are instructions for writing, and it just says use, arrange, make, put, say, choose, give, check, don't. Okay? That's in the active. Now, what's important in a passive voice? Action is more important than the actor. To keep the subject and focus consistent throughout a passage, an authoritarian tone, use of by and tense is important. Now, active and passive gives a variety while you write. The sentences are varied. Therefore, it makes reading and writing interesting. That's important. Now, passive voice, look at this. Now, what I have given you here, I want you to read the tense, the active sentence, and the passive sentence. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 sentences here, and I will give you 10 full minutes to read this table. This is just for your understanding. You don't have to copy them down. I will give you a table where you'll have to copy, but just read this and look at these colored words to tell you how they are changed. They speak is spoken. By them is understood. Okay. Are painting, are planting, are being planted. Has eaten, has been eaten. Okay. So I just want you to read the tense. What kind of tense? And how is that in active? How is it in passive? I will give you 5 minutes. Quick. Last sentence, modal verbs, you can solve the problem. The problem can be solved. Can't see that? Third, someone has eaten my muffin. My muffin has been eaten by someone is understood. You can write it. It's understood. Okay, now let me move on. Now look at this. Present simple, present continuous, and past. Quick. Oh, yeah. These are just some more examples to help you understand. Okay. The last sentence, he received a letter. A letter was received by him. Where's verbs? I never showed you. Devi. Where's modal verbs? I never mentioned modal verbs at all. I said that only because you asked me. But that's not there in my topic, right? Okay, you forget the modal verbs and just do these. Read through, finished. Just pause, finish if you've done it. Yeah, I move on. Now look at this. More samples. More and more samples to let you understand what these are and how they are done. Quick. I give you 5 minutes to read through. Post finished if you've finished. I want you to see how they are changed, how the has and the have works. How is it changed to has been and have been? You cannot have has been and have been wherever you want to. Because that's a mistake that plenty of students make. Quick, done? Okay, let me move on. Now try doing this. Now, what do I want you to do? Write it in your notebook because you will have this for a reference. Write it in your notebook, and after you finish writing, I'll show you the correct answers and you can check them. Now the time is 3:11 and I give you 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10 minutes. You may finish it and then say you finished. These type of sentences will come in the exam. Active and passive is an important part in your question paper. So I give you 10 minutes time. You may start answering these in your notebook. Don't post in the chat box. In the chat box, you will just say finished. Done? Super. Wait. I have to wait for everybody, right? Okay, then if you're finished, I will take only 5 minutes. That's for everybody to finish. Quick. Yeah, wait for me to show you the answers. Hey, who's this? Bhargavi, the cat was killed the mouse with the wrong sentence. Check that. The mouse was killed by the cat. Write it in your notebook so that you have this for a reference because each sentence is of a different tense. That's why. Yeah, I'll give you 2 more minutes. Finish it fast. Yes, I will show exact answer. Please wait. Let everybody finish. आप कहाँ से हो? I don't know what it means. कहाँ से? Where are you from? Divya? I don't know. कहाँ से? कहाँ is where, right? Hey, that's wrong. Who's this? Samira. The mouse was killing by the cat. Oh my God, that's wrong. The mouse was killed by the cat. Was killed. I'll show you the answers. Just wait. I'm waiting for 1 more minute. Yeah, okay. I did understand. Where are you from? Aap kaha se means where are you from? Yeah, I'm from India. Okay, yeah, time is up. Now I'm showing you the answers. You may please check your answers. Quick. And you must tell me how many of you get all correct. Just the tenses. That's enough. I said don't post in the chat box. Do it in your notebook so that you are able to have it for a reference. That's important for you, right? Write it in your notebook. Write the correct answers. If you're finished checking your answers, say you finished. Look at the tenses. That's important. See how they are changed. Oh, just give me a minute. I'll underline the tenses to show you how they are changed. Oh, not the whole sentence, right? Oh, just wait, because this is not what I wanted. Yeah. So is killed is what I wanted to underline. Just give me. Is killed by. That alone I will underline. Yeah. Look at this now. Is being killed. See? Just look at the tenses. See how they are changed. Now, was killed by. Okay. Then was being killed by. So in active passive is a tense that's important. That alone needs to be changed according to the sentence that's given. Has been killed by. Okay. And here you have had been killed by. Then will be killed by. Okay. Was killed by. Were killed by. You see, this will give you a perfect understanding of how to change. Will be killed by. Okay. I'll go to the slideshow now. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Finished? Done. Super. 6 correct. All correct. Very good. Got 6 marks. Last one. Yeah. The mouse was killed by the cat. Let me go to the previous slide. The cat will be killing the mouse. The mouse will be killed by the cat. The cat will be killing the mouse. The mouse would be killed or is going to be killed. That's also right. Is going to be killed because you have a continuous tense. Super. All sentences right. Yellow color. Where is yellow color? Okay, fine. Let me move on. Now try this. These are special sentences which are from your question papers. I want you to do it in your notebooks. Quick. Don't post it here because you must have a sample of right sentences in your notebooks. That will help you remember, recall. Before the exam, you can just go through to find out if you're right or wrong. Quick. You have 2, 4, 6, 8 sentences and I'll give you 8 minutes. Quick. No, because it's in the continuous, you must have is going to be killed. Now, this is for, who's this one? Yeah, posting the PPT in the portal is not something that I can do because I have taken resources from various places that will help you understand. And if I have to post this in the portal, I must take their permission. It will become a copyright issue. So I don't share my PPT at all. You can take down notes, you can take screenshots, that's allowed. But posting it as a PPT for your reference, I can't do it because I must take copyright permission. Okay? Note down whatever you want to. Write in your notebooks, don't post here. Because if you make a mistake, you will correct that and you will know what's right and what's wrong. Don't ask me about exam days because that's not in my purview. I will know it only when you also know it. Okay, I cannot answer that question. I give you 2 more minutes to finish it. If you're finished, post finished. You have to change this into passive. That's for Gunjan Devi. Change it into passive. Finished? I have 1 more minute for the others to finish. Quick. I told you, who's this? Aditi Gupta. I told you write in your notebook so that when you make corrections, you remember what kind of mistakes you make. I told don't post it in the chat box and you're doing it. Finished? Now check your answers. I've given the answer slide. Yeah, I will tell you how to, I'll show you a sample question paper. Quick, check your answers. Okay, fine. I leave it to you, Aditi. Yeah. So have you done? Check if your answers are right. Also post how many answers were right for you. These sentences are important because they are different kind of sentences, not simple sentences. You have order sentence, you have question sentence. Okay. Question sentences, you must be very careful while you change them. I want all of you to post your answer for the first. Okay, so this is done. Next time I'll do that. Fourth one will be is painting. Fourth one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is painting like Pera? Yeah. Oh, a song was sung by Sham. Okay. Close row question. Please close the door. Is right or wrong? Let the door be closed because it has to be in the passive. Let the door be closed. Look at the question sentence. Oh, please give me the bottle. Let the door be. Oh. Check your answers. Last sentence, I haven't given the answer, I guess. Please give me the bottle. Let the bottle be given. Or may the bottle be given. 6 answers are correct. 5. Okay. Have this in your notebook so that you are able to check them again and again. Okay. Now I'll go to the question paper pattern so that you know how you will be tested. Fifth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lalita teaches poor children. What's the question sentence? Lalita teaches poor children every weekend. Every weekend, poor children are taught by Lalita. Poor children are taught every week. No. Every weekend, poor children are taught by Lalita. Every weekend should come first. You are requested to give me the bottle. Yes. Poor children are taught every week. Yes, that's also right. That's for Vishnu. The last answer has merged with the fourth one. Yes. 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 Let the door be closed. Okay. Yeah. You are requested to give me the bottle. The Y is missed there and it's got merged with the fourth one. Yeah, you finished? Let's do a question paper so that you understand how active and passive and simple and compound are tested. Yeah? Just give me a minute. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, now let me share this with you. This is the question paper site. Here we go. Let's do the latest paper, the one that's happened recently. That's May 2022. Okay, so the first page is the law paper. Okay, so we are running through that. The law paper in Hindi. English, you don't have a Hindi version. English is in English. So it's for, you see, it starts off with section B. It's 40 marks. Question number 7 is compulsory. This your comprehension teacher must have told you. If you don't do that, your paper will not be valued. Okay. Comprehension. After every 5-mark question, you have grammar, vocabulary, and short answer questions. So this is comprehension done. This is note making. The next is note making. Okay. After this, you have, see, you have a short answer question, then a vocabulary question, then you have the indirect speech here. So we'll do this tomorrow. Then you have a prezi writing, that's for 5 marks, and you have short answer question, then vocabulary, then again indirect speech. Okay, then here you have, look at this one. That's question number 10B. Yeah. Change the sentence from active to passive voice. I ran the obstacle course in record time. Now post it in the chat box. I'll wait for you. Quick. I ran the obstacle course in record time. Yeah. Post your answers here. The question paper is in the website, ICAI website. You just have to go and check there. Yeah, change the sentence into from active to passive. Quick, I'm waiting for your answers. Yes, Subha, the obstacle course was run by me in a record time. In a record time, the obstacle course was run by me. Both are right. Run, it's not ran by him. Sorry. Vagdevi, you don't have to change that to past tense. Here, it has to be the same tense. You should not change the tense. Quick. Super. Now let's look at the next sentence. This is from passive to active. Money was generously donated to the homeless shelter by Larry. Quick, post the answer there. Now this one, Navya, your answer is wrong. In a record time, the obstacle course was run by me, should be there. This is again an active sentence. Same way, Gunjan is right. Ishan, yeah. Yeah, these are right. Quick. Larry generously donated the money to homeless shelter. Yes. Okay, so let's see. Again, vocabulary. And here you have it. Change the sentence into passive voice. Quick. Do that one. Look at the trends and change accordingly. Flat is being built by the builder. I want to see all your posts. Quick. Super. Quick, I don't see all your answers. There are some more who are not posting. Quick. Hey, who's this? Devesh. The flat is being built. Your answer is wrong. Flat is built by the builder is wrong. Flat is being, you have to use the same tense. You don't need to change the tense. That's only for reported speech. Here, same tense, but with been or being, depending on what the tense it is in. Flat is being built by the builder. Is being built. Build, built. Past tense. The flat is being built by the builder. Okay. Then you want all the answers again? Here. I ran the obstacle course in record time. In record time, the obstacle course was run by me. Then, money was generously donated to the homeless shelter by Larry. Larry donated money to the homeless shelter generously. Okay. Now, let's do another question paper. Just give me a minute. Now I stop sharing. Yeah. Now I go back to this. I go here. I share. No, I have to close this. Only then will I be able to. Just give me a minute. I will take the other paper now. Or I close this. Okay. Yeah. Yes, here I close it. So I'll do December 21 paper. Okay. So the first one is the law paper. Then you have the Hindi version of it. Then comes your English paper. Here we go. This is mandatory question, the comprehension. Then it's note making. Then it is vocabulary. Then it's direct speech. Okay, choose a word with best vocabulary. Foreign, indirect speech, or cultural barriers. Here you have. Change the sentence from active to passive. Quick. Quick, done. You have 2 sentences there, finish it fast. Quick, post your answers. You have 2 questions here. The people welcome the minister. Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, we will have. We would have signed the deal by that. Why you changed that time? This is not reported speech. This is active passive. So we would have signed the deal by this time tomorrow. We will sign the deal tomorrow by this time. Yes, that's the right answer. This Chaitanya Pradhan. We will sign the deal tomorrow by this time. That's the answer. We will have signed. No, you don't have to take it that far. We will have signed. People welcome the minister is a very easy one. Okay. Now, let's move on. Here you have a sentence. Change the sentence into passive voice. Yeah, this is a tricky one. Let me see how many of you can write it correctly. Quick. Hey, some of you have written it all wrong. Now we have moved on to the next one. Change the sentence into passive. Quick. Quick, come in. Yeah, you will be told by Mohan later. Chaitanya, not Chaitanya, Sonalika. You will be said later is a wrong sentence structure. You will be told by Mohan later. That's the right sentence. You will be told by Mohan later. You don't have to change it to informed, Bhumika. You will be told by Mohan later. That's the right answer. Okay. A, the Rohini. It will be tells by Mohan later is a wrong sentence. Please rewrite. Okay. You will be told by Mohan later is the right answer. Okay. That's it. So we've done 2 question papers for today. And I close it here. We have some 16 more minutes to go. So what I'm going to do now is to stop sharing this. Yeah. We will do some more tomorrow. Yeah. Now, I want you to post in the chat box. I want all of you, okay? Each one of you to post in the chat box. What did you learn? What will you remember? And how did you like the session? Let me repeat the questions. What did you learn? What will you remember? And how did you like? You will also fill up the feedback form, but the feedback has to be here too, so that I know that you understand what I'm saying, and my session, if it needs to be tailored or refined, we will. So you will answer these 3 questions. 1, what did you learn? 2, what will you remember? 3, how did you like it? Quick. You will be told later by Mohan. I don't remember the question sentence now. You will be told later by Mohan is also. Mohan, you will be told by Mohan later. Later must come afterwards. Quick, now you will answer these 3 questions. What did you learn? What will you remember? And how did you like? Quick. You will be told later by Mohan is right. That's for Srinidhi. Now you will answer these 3 questions very quickly. I'm going to wait for that. And do not sign off without posting the answers. Okay? Yeah, Bhumika. Quick. Yeah, I'm waiting for more of you to post. Do not sign off without posting your feedback. That's important for me. Quick, I'm waiting for you. Come on fast. Yeah, we did 2 question papers. Yeah, I would. This is for Vagdevi. Yes, I would. I would also like to say your names. But if I call out all your names, then I might be losing 20 or 25 minutes in that. So that's the reason why I don't call out names. Yes, your feedback is visible, Vishnu. Saima, my accent is a little different. Oh no. I use plain, simple Indian English without any accent. I have a neutral accent. It is not British, it is not American, it is Indian. So that all of you understand really well. Yeah, that's Priyanka. Quick, we have just 8 more minutes. Yeah, I can speak American accent too. You want that? Quick. Yeah, Vishnuvardhan. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, are we done? We have 7 more minutes. So to quickly summarize whatever we've done today, we did sentence types. We did simple, complex. No, we did only simple and compound. Tomorrow we'll do complex. Then we did active and passive. Then we did 2 question papers where we had active and passive. So I think in a question paper, you have 5 sentences on active and passive, between 3 and 5. Okay. Can you speak British accent? Please say some sentence. Yeah, that's British. Black pen or blue pen, as long as you write your answers correctly, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, so tomorrow we will do complex sentences and then simple complex compound again, so that you get to know all the three, and then we move on to reported speech. Okay. See you on Wednesday and bye-bye. Yeah, Priyamvada? Yeah, if all teachers tell you black is mandatory, then go by that. Why are you asking me a question? That's for Vishnuvardhan. If they say you must use black pen, please use black pen. Why do you want to ask from me? Just go by that. Active and passive between 3 and 5 marks in a question paper. Some question papers there are only 3, some question papers have 4, some have 5, depending on the paper setter. Okay? Any more questions? Ask me only about the subject. The rest of the questions I may not know how to answer. Like the dates of the exam and, black or blue pen. The instructions that the institute gives you along with your hall ticket must have all these. So please wait for that and go by what it says. Your name, Surya Kumar. Yes. Division of marks, active passive is only 1 mark. 1 mark, and you might get between 3 to 5 questions for 3 to 5 marks. Yeah. From the second chapter, Rohan Kumar, it's 5 marks. Because you'll have reported speech and active and passive, simple complex compound also. So it will be between, it will only be within 5 marks, not more than that. Weightage for chapters, the first chapter is for 5 marks because you'll have short answer questions from there. Grammar is for 5 marks. And 5 marks for vocabulary. The rest 25 marks is for long writing answers. 5 marks each of 5 questions. Okay. Yeah, we are done. And yes, Priyamvada, are you there? Hello? Hello? Tech support? Yeah, we are done. 58, and because if I stay more, they'll ask me questions that may not, Huh? Yeah. Yeah.